Hi guys, today I would like to show you how we can build bulk email sender. We will go step by step. In first part, we will create simple email sender with Spring and SendGrid. As a mail provider, we will use SendGrid. And after that, we will focus to each step one by one. For now, let's focus to part 1. I already set up Spring Boot application and I added some libraries which we'll use. We will use Mapstruct, we will use Spring Boot data, we will use PostgreSQL, Lombok, email client we will use, email dependency we will use Log4j, PostgreSQL, etc. And I have empty application here and empty properties file. First, let's try to build very simple email sender application. After that, we will focus to improve it. So let's start our packages. Yeah. Before creating our controller, let's design our APIs. First, we need an API to send an email. You can simply call this endpoint and the email will be sent. Let's name it email message API. It can be a post and it's version our API. And what we need inside this payload? We need from, let's say it is, I will use this email. I already configured SendGrid for this email. Yeah. So our mail body is ready. Now let's create it in controller data. Let's create other classes. First, let's start from our controller. Email message controller. Now we need to inject our series. But before injecting our series, we need to create this series. So let's stop here. Let's go to our data. We need to have one DTO. It will be, let's name it bulk email, no bulk, email message DTO. Now let's make our entity. text. Yeah, now our entity is ready. I forgot to add ID here. Our data is ready. Let's create repository. And we also need a mapper. Yeah, everything is ready. Now let's go to our service. Yeah, it is also ready. Now let's inject our service to here. Let's make our create method. Yeah, mapper isn't available. We need to compile our application, so the mapper will be available after that. Yeah, now it should be available. Let's check. No, it's not available yet. Let me do clean compile. Ah, I forget writing mapper. Now let's compile. Yeah, now it should work. Let's write our code. First, we need to prepare entity from our DTO. Now we can store our entity. Now let's say we want to send this email. Let's create a separate service where in this service we can do actual email sending. Email message sender service. Let's inject this series to our main series. And after creating this entity, let's send email message. Here, let's implement our email message sender. Here, let's create our email message sender. For this purpose, I will search how to send email in Java in Google. Yeah, it seems like it is very simple. It is simplest option. First, we need to configure our email properties, and after that, we need to prepare a session. We need to use this session and send this email. I will copy these codes. Here. Yeah. Now we have set of properties. We need to locate these properties and we need to use it. We can either hardcode these properties, which is not a good idea, or we can store these properties in application.properties file. I already prepared properties for email sending. Let me copy it and paste it here. Besides that, we also need to have database connection. I also prepared this database connection here. As we are using PostgreSQL, I will use it DDL auto create, so it can create database schema first time for us. Here I added properties. I'm using SendGrid, and it is my API key. For your own testing purposes, you can create new separate key for you. Yeah, that's all. Now let's create our config file. No, let's create our config package first. And here we have properties. I want to use these properties as a map, so it will be more flexible by that. You also need to have authentication. Our email provider config is ready. Now let's inject this to here. Sorry. And we need to define our properties. I forget adding getter and setter to here, so I added it now. Yep, seems like it is ready now. Let us add try catch here. So we need to create our exception for handling exceptional cases. For this purpose, I will create email message sending exception. We will use response status here. Okay, it will be a runtime exception. And let's extend our message, our exception. So our exception is ready. Now let's go back here. Instead of throwing messaging exception, we can make it email message sending exception. So we can create try catch here. So it is ready. In that case, no need to write try catch here. So it seems like everything is ready now. We have our series, we have our email message sending series, repository, etc. Everything is ready. Now let's run our application. No, yeah, we need to enable one box. Now let's run our application and let's see how it works. It failed. Yeah, it's saying syntax error in form. The reason is form is a special keyword in PostgreSQL and we need to modify it. We need to modify its name. To also should be special. So I modified both properties. It's complaining about mapper. Let's see what happens with our mapper. Is it ready? Okay, another small mistake. I didn't add it. Sorry. I didn't add a component model here. I already created our request. Let's try. Seems like it is incorrect. Yeah, I forgot to add post mapping here. Let me copy it one more time. What is on here? It is strange. Post mapping, request mapping. Ah, yeah, I didn't add this controller. Yeah, it is small mistakes. Sometimes it is forgotten. Yeah, we sent the message successfully. Now let me open our email. So we received the message. Everything is fine. So it is end of part 1. We implemented email with SendGate. Actually, we also implemented persisting option. So I will move it to here. So email messages are persisted. For next part, we will implement it with async email sender. So it is end of this video. We will have a separate video for each part. Thank you for watching.